In this module, we look at risk perception and explore the factors that can influence how people perceive risk. People form everyday assessments of how risky an object or activity may be. Should you wear a seatbelt when you are sitting in the back passenger seat? If you are feeling just slightly unwell, should you still meet up with friends? Should you click on an unfamiliar website link? Should you save your credit card details online? Should you consume leftover food from 3 days ago? Should you go skydiving or mountain climbing on your next trip? And what cancer treatment plan should you choose from the possible options? From something more trivial, such as whether to click on an unfamiliar link, to more consequential decisions, such as deciding between cancer treatment options, people tend to rely on intuitive judgments to evaluate the potential risks involved. These intuitive risk judgments are known as risk perceptions. Risk perception differs between lay people and experts. Experts generally use risk assessments and statistical data to evaluate risk objects. However, lay people seldom have statistical evidence on hand. Instead, they make inferences based on what they remember hearing or observing about the risk. So why is understanding risk perception important? We can probably recall how personal experiences, biased media coverage, difficulties in understanding probabilities, and the anxieties from life's uncertainties have led us to ignore some hazards or overly distrust new information. Risk perception is therefore inherently subjective and prone to distortion due to judgmental limitations. Because risk perceptions can affect people's choices and actions, underestimating or overestimating risks can lead to serious consequences that impact the wider society. In learning about risk perception, we hope to equip you to be aware of the factors that strongly impact our perception of risk, rely less on unexamined or unsupported judgments, and be more discerning of available evidence. This module explores lay perceptions of risk by looking at specific risk characteristics and factors that affect how people assess risk objects, and discussing several common heuristics people use in forming risk perception and the biases that may result.